Hi everybody, this is Shailla and I am back for another episode of Flowtalks. Now today, let's talk about something a bit more controversial. Let's talk about numbers. So, numbers pretty much rule the world, right? They have always ruled the world. I think since the existence of humanity, we are controlled, ruled, managed, whatever you call it, by numbers. Who has more money, more this, more that, or age, and you name it, time, numbers, everything. And so today let's talk particularly about the fascinating world of numbers in social media, the obsession with, it's not even obsession, it's just, it's a business, for all the corporations about, the more numbers, the more money. And let's talk about subscriptions, the world of subscriptions, likes, follows, all of it. So, as we know, the more subscriptions, for example on YouTube, the more subscriptions, the more, money a YouTuber you make, and the more likes, and the more watch, and the more this, and the more that. The same for Instagram, the so-called influencers, etc. Like the celebrities, it's like millions of subscribers and followers and likes and this and that. It's an endless business. And so we live in a culture of, we put value on the ones who receive the most. Now, my question for you to, think about it is, what if we change our culture to value the ones who give the most? Have you thought about that? Instead of, putting on a pedestal all the people who, have more and more and more and more and more and more and more, who everybody just put on a pedestal just because they have millions of followers or this or that. We value the people who give more, for example, who subscribes more to other people, who likes more, who engage more, who appreciates more. Yeah, that's the word, appreciates more. If we start valuing the people who appreciate more, who loves more, who give more, okay, maybe, I'm like thinking, yeah, for example, I appreciate artists or creative people. I really appreciate YouTube. For example, for me, the way I look at YouTube can be a great university if you want to learn things, if you're keen to learn, and I bet I'm not the only one. Like, and many people I know, and all of you, watching these, like, you learn many things. Like, for me, I learned so many things on YouTube, like really amazing things, and for example, I study IT, but things change a lot. So a lot of things that I learn, they change. So, and the way that I keep updated, I do a lot of web management, is I learn tutorials. I watch tutorials on YouTube, and I am so grateful to all the people making tutorials, because they help me a lot. They help, millions of people. So the least I can do for my appreciation, I subscribe to them, I like, I share comments saying thank you. I express my gratitude, Or if you're not interested in learning, for example, I love watching films as well, like short films, for example. If I have a little break, when I want to watch something, I like horror films. I like to go to Alta, for example. If any one of you if you like horror films, you might have seen Alta. If not, I highly recommend. They have amazing horror films from all over the world. There are many channels for films, but I like them because, you know, if you can watch like 5-10 minutes little film and is you know, entertaining, engaging. And so if I like the film, I like to know, I subscribe to Alta, obviously, and normally they share the name of the artist who made the film, say the director, the writer, something. I go to the channel, subscribe to them. I like to show my appreciation, you know, and I think it's the least we can do when creative people are giving so much, because all of these things, you know, take people's talents, time, dedication. You know, I know, for example, instead of going out sometimes, you know, I don't know, going to eat out, catch up with friends, whatever, I will make the time to, you know, like film stuff, edit, upload. It takes time, you know, and we do, of course, because we love it. I love making videos. I love sharing ideas. I love inspiring people, you know, and I just love it, you know, and I think we are very lucky to live in us, you know, in a time of existence that we can do this, you know, we can communicate, we connect. I've actually built so many friendships all over the world, you know, just from being online and, you know, talking and responding, you know, and commenting to other people and then start talking, you know. I think it's such a beautiful experience. You know, if you use, of course, all of it positive, you know, let's not talk about the people, as they say, you know, keyboard warriors who use the platforms to bully. That's not good. I think that's a big no-no. People should not do that. It's not nice at all, you know. I think we should use every chance in life to give love, you know, to society, to each other, because ultimately we all want love. That's the ultimate human need, you know. And why not give? You know, I think the more we give, you know, and we're never gonna get short of it, you know. Like, I think the more we give, we put that energy there, and the more we receive as well, because it's an energy, so it's never gonna run out, you know. And the more we give, the better, because it just builds the society that we all live in. We're all part of it, you know. So it's important to all of us, our loved ones, you know. The more positive stuff we put in, the best. But I would like to put this thought, just leave it to you, you know. If the culture change, and the people who are the biggest YouTubers are the ones who subscribe to the most people, you know, and of course, yeah, it's true, they have to subscribe, because if everybody developed the culture to subscribe, to, you know, to support the creative artists, it would be good for everybody, you know. And the amazing thing is that it doesn't cost anything, you know. So for you watching these, like, you click the button subscribe and you like and you share, it doesn't cost anything at all. But you're helping a creative person, you know, to, you know, like, if you get the channel monetized, and then, you know, we can actually kind of, you know, get some income from it, which would, you know, be very helpful. You know, would be really, really cool. And yeah, so this is my message. You know, I think the ultimate secret to succeed online, you know, all these platforms, or anything in life, is to actually appreciate more, to give more. You know, you like something, really appreciate it, you know, share that, you know. I think that because there is inflation and so many, you know, things in the world, so much shit happening, and I think more than ever we have this strong need for love. You know, society is even more lonely, despite all these, you know, things to connect, but because I think we're working longer hours to keep up with inflation, most people I know, you know, it's just people are really, you know, trying harder to keep it afloat, you know, to survive, to keep a home and food on the table, you know. So with all these, I think we need more love more than ever. It doesn't cost anything at all, you know, and it makes a huge difference, you know, in society. And for example, all the corporations, you know, the tech companies, they have billions. They are the most, you know, they're the richest companies in the world, all the technology companies. So they have lots of money to actually give to content creators that qualify for that, you know, to qualify, you know, God, you know what I mean? So there's plenty of money there, and it's just, you know, some little you know, numbers, everything ruled by numbers. So someone that reached the numbers, yeah, they can actually make a living out of doing these things, you know, out of giving knowledge, inspiration, and, you know, empowering, helping people. So there are lots of money, because for example, lots of people, a lot of business, they give lots of money to other tech companies on advertisements. So there are all that money coming in, so that money have to come out. And it's only fair that we receive some of that money, but of course we need to qualify to receive some of that. And there is plenty of money for everybody. Like, there's so much money. Imagine, for example, Amazon is worth 1.8 trillion. God, it's like so many zeros, you know. There is so much money for everyone, and all we creators and audience need to do is support each other. That's simple. It's so easy, you know. An amazing, I notice in life, sometimes the easiest things to do is like people don't do it for whatever reason, but it's so easy. The more, if like we start a culture to give more, everybody's also going to receive more, you know what I mean? So think about that. Give more and you're going to receive more also, because it's just the law of nature. I better go for a swim. The water is waiting for me. Thank you for watching. And without saying, you know, you can subscribe, like, share, you know, share the love. It doesn't cost anything at all, and it helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.